Hello there. Welcome back to EBM and 5. This video, we want to look at a question paper that is our paper 2, our second paper. And then we are going to look at question 2 of that question paper. Then we have our first question that we have there, which is our 2.1, as listed below to motivate your employees. So, Mary is the owner of the business conditions can lead to the motivation of our employees if they are dealt with amicably with the owner of the business. In this context, we have got Mary as the owner of the business. So, working conditions is the first factor that we have. So obviously, we need to understand what exactly we mean by our working conditions. But we understand working conditions; these are physical and psychological conditions that workers are exposed to at a working place. So at the end of the day, we would say that poor working conditions would lead to negative results at an organization or business. Obviously, workers are not going to be motivated, and then we're going to notice poor productivity, and also we are going to see other negatives that we can associate with when workers are not motivated. So basically, the basic is that we need to make sure that workers are motivated. So how can we adjust working conditions so that workers become motivated? That's the explanation that we have on our answer section. So the first point that we have in terms of working conditions, we have opportunities for employees to achieve and be promoted. So make sure the employees have the opportunities to achieve in the workplace. Maybe achievement can come in the form of maybe giving them objectives so that they can be able to achieve those objectives and also be promoted. So promotional opportunities also should be there in the workplace so that workers can be motivated, so that they know that they are going to be promoted at one point. So basically, that's the first point that we have. And the second one is recognition of their efforts and responsibilities, making sure that you recognize their efforts. If they are successful, if they are contributing positively to the success of the business, obviously you need to recognize that as an organization. So we go to the last point, factors such as salaries, statuses, working conditions, and promotional possibilities. So those are some of the factors, examples that we have under the factor of our working conditions. So the second part is needs satisfaction. How we can adjust needs satisfaction by how we can adjust needs satisfaction so that we motivate the employees. So this is what we have, and then we try to see again the explanation that we have here. Individual needs satisfaction includes. So these are the elements of needs satisfaction that we need to positively adjust so that we motivate the workers. The first one is saying satisfying physiological shelter and protection. Obviously, we need to provide our workers with those basics, that is, those are security needs, so that they are motivated. So this can come in the form of giving them the remuneration or in the form of salaries and wages that makes them afford to purchase or to pay for those needs. So basically, that's what we have in terms of the second part. Then we go to the next part that we have, which is the management style. So the management style that is going to be employed also should be a management style that is conducive for the workers, that is going to motivate the workers. Do not clamp down on those workers so that they are maybe working with pride and they are demotivated. That will lead to negative results at the business or organization. So basically, let's see in terms of the connection that we have between our management style and the motivation of employees. So on the third part, we've got our first point saying a participative and consultative management style. So this is a management style that is inclusive of the employees or workers, whereby we are involving the workers maybe in the decision-making processes, so that they participate maybe in the processes that are involved by management, and also consultative in every decision that is going to be made in that organization, or every change that is going to take place in that organization. The management has to consult to the employees. So that's also the involvement that is taking place of employees in all the processes that are taking place in that organization or business. So basically, that's the first point. The second point is saying employee participation in setting performance standards and giving feedback and recognizing that people are different. So this is the second point that we have. Then we'll go to the next question, which says, what important factors should Mary keep in mind when she wants to delegate duties to employees? So what factors should Mary keep in mind when she wants to delegate duties to employee? That's our question. But obviously, we have got a term that we have here, which is saying delegate. So basically, we need to understand what exactly happens through delegation. So to delegate is basically to entrust a task or responsibility to another person who is obviously of less senior to you. So that's delegating. So basically, we are saying the person who is delegating should be more senior, and then the one that is being entrusted the task or responsibility will be of a less senior position. So basically, that's what we have in terms of delegation. So our question now saying what important factors should we keep in mind when she wants to delegate. So when undertaking the delegation process, what factors should you take in mind? So we go to our answer section and try to see the factors that we have there. The first one that we have is our responsibilities. We should take into account the responsibilities, assign tasks with clear guidelines to the person who will be performing the task. So basically, I remember you are giving the go ahead to someone who's less senior to you to do the job that you do. So basically, you have to give the person the guidelines in terms of how it's supposed to be done, so that no mistakes can be done along the way. Or it might not cause a bottlenecking maybe in the production process if it's a production business. So basically, that's what we have on responsibilities. Then we go to the next part, which is authorization. Authorization, sufficient authorization must be given to act on behalf of the delegate. So basically, we are saying you must also give the person the authority to be in your shoes so that the person can perform the duty that you've assigned to him or her accordingly. So the authority should be there. Remember, you're a more senior person, so obviously the lesser senior should have the authority that you possess so that the person can be able to execute the duty that you have assigned. So basically, that's what we have in terms of the authorization. Then next, we've got accountability. So accountability reads once a job is assigned and accepted, the delegate will be held accountable if the job is not completed successfully. So, so it's not a matter of you have assigned a lesser senior person your duty. When that person does it wrongly, you are there to be blamed. No, the person that has been assigned is supposed to be accountable to whatever the results are going to come out from that duty. So basically, that's what this is trying to say. Be accountable when work has been delegated to you as a lesser senior person. So basically, that's what we have on accountability. Then we want to see in terms of the next question that we have, and we have positives that we can deduce from South African economy. So from a macroeconomic point of view, we are saying from the whole economy point of view, there are certain factors, macroeconomic factors that we can deduce that can move in a positive direction due to businesses being opened in the economy. For example, we are going to see people getting employed in that business, so unemployment rate is going to decrease. So that is going to solve the macroeconomic problem of unemployment. And also another positive is that obviously that business is going to produce, if it's producing goods, it's going to produce more goods in the economy. And if there are services, there's going to be provision of more services in the economy. So at the end of the day, it's going to increase to total increase the total monetary value of goods and services that are being produced and provided in the economy, and obviously it leads to a positive of economic growth. So basically, that's a positive again that you can deduce from that. So those are some of the positives that we can try to deduce. So let's try to go to the other section and try to see what we have in terms of that. We have the first point saying it creates jobs. That's exactly as we are explaining. It creates jobs, and then second one, it pays tax. Obviously, it's a positive in form of revenue collection. Also, that business has to pay tax, obviously, and that is a positive from the point of view of the government. They are going to collect more revenue. That's also a positive that we can deduce. So next one is saying it provides skills to people in the community because the people are going to be trained there. They're going to be employed, and then obviously they're going to acquire skills. Then lastly, it improves the lives of people by contributing to social services. So basically, we also have a new term that we have, which is saying social services. And I say as a business, we contribute to social services. So social services are a range of public services are intended to provide support and assistance towards particular groups. Example of social services, we can have public education, infrastructure development. Obviously, as a business, also you are also supposed to contribute to infrastructure development in the community that you are operating. So obviously, that's a positive. And then libraries also, public libraries also can be also an example of a social service. So this is what we have in terms of explanation on this part. So we'll go to the next part of the question, which is around 2.4. The Department of Labor has issued a warning on all business owners to adhere to the Labor Relations Act when dealing with the employee issues. A few weeks after the warning, Mary asked you your help with with some laws. Explain each of the following acts So we have got various different acts that we have there. Firstly, we've got the Basic Conditions of Employment Act, which is the BCEA. So the explanation is only needed. Remember, the question is saying explain each of the following acts. So we just need to explain this acts. 2.4.1, that's where we are starting, where we have got the Basic Employment Act. So this first point is saying it explains the basic conditions of employees in detail. And then we are given an example. For example, working conditions include hours worked, working on Sundays and holidays, salaries, and benefits entitlements. So all these are explained in the basic conditions of employment. So basically, that's what we have. That's the first that we have. Then the second one, we've got the Labor Relations Act, which is explained as it provides reference to agreement on how employers and employees should deal with one another. That's the first point. And then second point, it improves the process of collective bargaining. And then it builds a relationship between employers and employees. So that's the Labor Relations Act. Then the next one, we've got the Unemployment Insurance Act. It provides an income for those who lost their jobs through retrenchment, and it ensures that employees contribute to the fund. The fund only pays out to unemployed employees who contributed to the Insurance Act. And obviously, we also have, remember the question, we are saying Basic Conditions of Employment, Labor Relations Act, Unemployment Insurance Act. Now we are on Machinery and Occupational Act. Machinery and Occupational Act. So we try to see the explanation that we have. Machinery and Occupational Act, first explanation is that it's saying it concerns the health and safety of workers in the workplace. And then it concerns the safety of people using equipment and machinery at work. Lastly, it protects people against stress to their safety. That's the Machinery and Occupational Act. And lastly, we've got the compensation for occupational injuries. First point, it provides for workers or their dependents for loss of income as a result of disability or death caused by an accident in the workplace. That is while on duty. So those are the different acts that we have. Different acts that we have. So we have 5 of them, which are close to our 20 marks. So basically, we are saying each one has got 4 marks. So this is what we have. One last part of our question 2, at least 4 costs associated with granting credit to customers. So granting credit to customers is a process whereby when the customers buy maybe if they are goods or services at our business, we give them credit, they buy on credit. So when they buy on credit, so what are the costs associated with that? But they are basic costs that we can quickly deduce that they might not pay back our money. Remember, that's the first basic one. They might not pay back our money. They might, which we describe in accounting terms as bad debts or credit losses. They are credit losses or they are bad debts. Remember, the person might have moved out of the country. The person might have died. We are not going to recover our money. So those are become bad debts. So those are some of the costs that we can associate to granting credit to customers. So we go there try to see those are typical costs that we have. We have record keeping. We are going to keep the records of those creditors, sort of those debtors that have bought goods or services or credit. So we have record keeping as first explained that we are going to incur. And then the bad debts again is exactly the one that we have just explained, that the person is not going to pay back the money. Due to many reasons, we have given examples. Maybe the person has died, so we're not going to recover our money. So it becomes a bad debt, or we can also call it a credit loss. So we also have interest loss. So remember, if these people make late payments, remember, we as a business, we will be having our credit term, let's say 30 days, we expect our money in 30 days. Then the person comes and pay after 2 months, which is 60 days, obviously, is going to accrue interest. And then that interest is the one that we are going to lose. Remember, if charge interest, we are going to have more income. So basically, that's what we are trying to say when we say interests are lost. Then follow-up costs, obviously, when these people again make late payments, we are going to make some follow-up costs. Maybe we are going to do data factoring, whereby we are going to maybe to engage companies to other companies to make some follow-ups on those debts so that we cover our money. But it goes with a cost, so obviously it becomes also a cost or expense that we are going to incur. We are going to incur as a business. So basically, that's what we have. So this becomes the last part of our question 2. So this is what we have, guys, according to this video. Let's stay tuned for more videos to come. Don't forget to subscribe and share to our channel. Let's share the link to our colleagues who are doing EBM and 5 multiple examination questions will be uploaded on this channel. We'll meet again in the next video. As for this video, I'm signing out.